Elon Musk showed up to the Oval Office today with the black eye, and apparently that is due to him getting into.
I can't believe we actually got news like this today. The girlies are fighting even more now. Can you believe it? It's gotten so bad. There is video of the muskrat with a black eye. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody has actually...
So Elon Musk was just spotted with a black eye inside the Oval Office after reports that he got into a physical fight with Trump's Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. The Daily Mail had reported that Elon Musk's swift departure from Doge in the White House was escalated by an outburst that turned violent, according to none other than Steve Bannon, who said that Elon Musk physically shoved the 62-year-old Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent after he was confronted over his wild promises to save the administration $1 trillion. Bessent apparently called Musk out and said, "You promised us $1 trillion in cuts, and now you're at like $100 billion, and nobody can find anything. What are you doing?" And that's when Elon got physical. It's a sore subject with him. It wasn't an argument, it was a physical confrontation. Elon basically shoved him. Bannon said that Trump 100% sided with Bessent after the clash, saying, "I don't think Bessent has any bad blood, but he's got a job to do and he's going to do it." And news of the confrontation was confirmed by White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, who said, "It's no secret Trump has put together a team of people who are incredibly passionate about the issues impacting our country. Disagreements are a normal part of any healthy policy process, and ultimately everyone knows they serve at the pleasure of Trump." Elon, meanwhile, was asked about the black eye during this Oval Office press conference, and he blamed it on his kid. He said that little X, the name of his kid, did this because he asked him to punch him in the face, and the kid obliged. Okay. Anyway, I think this Daily Mail reporting is giving us a bit more insight into what actually happened here. Remember to add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for more.
I can't believe we actually got news like this today. The girlies are fighting even more now. Can you believe it? It's gotten so bad. There is video of the muskrat with a black eye. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody has actually punched the muskrat in the face. I may not be a fan of his economic policies, and I absolutely don't like the way he defends the orange man and his stupid tariffs. But Scott Bessent, you might have actually done something that millions of Americans have been waiting to do. You gave the muskrat a two-piece with no biscuits. It's about time somebody did it, and now this is where I think things will get really interesting. I've said before, once these two narcissists part ways and they decide they don't want to work together anymore, the drama begins. He is leaving, having been punched in the face, stealing the wife of the sweaty thumb known as Stephen Miller, and he has been talking a lot of smack about these tariffs and that big beautiful bill. I think he's just trying to sell more cars, so none of that stuff is fooling me. But we all know the taco man has the most fragile ego on the planet, so anytime somebody speaks against whatever he's doing, he throws a little hissy fit. But how is he going to push back on the man who may or may not have done some dirty work behind the scenes to actually put him in that seat? Hey, I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is that these breakups are never clean. You can hear me break this down more on my daily podcast, The Lime Room. You can check it out. It's on my Substack. But whenever the orange man decides he is not friends with somebody in the public eye, oh, it becomes very, very spicy. People's businesses suffer. People get tangled up with the law. People start dropping information that may or may not want to get out. Boy, oh boy, I bet you these two have all types of secrets about each other. I'm very curious to see where this is going to go.
Baby, you elected clown, expect a circus.
What is your eye okay? What happened to your eye? I noticed there was a bruise there.
Well, it wasn't. I wasn't anywhere near France, so.
What does that mean?
I didn't notice it. First lady of France. I didn't notice.
So, I just wasn't around with little X, and I said, "Go ahead, punch me in the face," and he did. Turns out, even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
That was X that did it?
Yeah,
X could do it. If you knew X,
I saw his mom right now. I didn't really feel much at the time, and then I guess it bruises up. But I just wasn't around with the kids.
I didn't
basically.
notice it, actually.
Sorry, y'all, I'm sitting downstairs next to the Garden and it's on the watering cycle, but who believes that? If you believe that, I got some magic beans for sale. Me and little X was playing around and I told X to punch me in the face and he punched me in the face. What? That's a close-up of the black eye. And you know it's going to look worse than that. It looks worse as it heals. You know, it was rumored that a couple of months ago that Elon Musk and Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, got into a confrontation. Yeah, it wasn't a shouting match. It was a confrontation, according to Steve Bannon. Hold on. Yeah. Daily Mail did an article about it. Elon Musk and Scott Bessent got into a shoving match outside of the Oval Office. Former chief strategist Steve Bannon told the Daily Mail that Musk's turbulent time in the White House was marred when he physically shoved 62-year-old Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent after he was confronted over wild promises to save the administration $1 trillion. Scott Bessent called him out and said, "You promised us $1 trillion in cuts, and now you're at like 100 billion, and nobody can find anything. What are you doing?" Steve Bannon went on to say, and that's when Elon got physical. It's a sore subject for him. It wasn't an argument. It was a physical confrontation. Elon basically shoved him. Bannon said the physical altercation came as the two billionaires moved from the Oval Office to outside the Chief of Staff, Susie Wild's office, and then outside the office of the then National Security Advisor, Mike Walls. Y'all remember Mike Walls? He was the one that was responsible for bringing in that journalist on that Signal chat. Yeah, they was fighting all over outside of the Oval Office. Bannon said Trump 100% sided with Bessent after the clash. "I don't think Bessent has any bad blood, but he's got a job to do and he's going to do it." The revelation of the confrontation between the pair was confirmed by White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt. Remember, they asked Carolyn Leavitt about the confrontation, and Carolyn Leavitt said tempers flare and boys will be boys, some crap like that. So who did Elon piss off on his way out the door to end up with a black eye? Shoot, I was going to say, when is Bob Woodward's next book coming out? But yeah, Bob Woodward has been banned from the White House. Who's the one taking the notes to write the book on this administration? Nobody? Nobody? Who's writing the book? That's what I want to know. Who's writing the book? And if it's Jake Tapper, I want no parts of it.
I wanted to ask quickly, Mr. Musk, is your eye okay? What happened to your eye? I noticed there's a bruise there.
This is so ghetto. This is the most ghetto presidency to date. It's ghetto. You got these thugs in here punching each other. This is ghetto. Carry on.
So Elon Musk was just spotted with a black eye inside the Oval Office after
I was wondering how long it's going to take for all those motherfucking egos to get heated. It's too many motherfucking egos in one motherfucker. I knew somebody was going to have to punch somebody in the fucking face. How about that Joker got mad because Bessent questioned him about that $1 trillion? Joker, you only got us 100 million. And he pushed Bessent. We don't know, but I'm putting this out there. I'm saying Bessent punched him in the face. Elon Musk is saying his son punched him. Why did his son punch him? He said because he asked his son to punch him in the eye. What? Yeah, we ain't going for that one. Bessent clocked the shit out. You push that man, the man said, "Whop." Now, I don't know that to be true, but I'm going to stand on it because it make me laugh. Stupid motherfuckers.
So his exit interview went well, huh? Oh, poor Elon. Karma's a business. And
they say women are too emotional to lead. Elon just getting bitch slapped by Treasury Secretary. Black eye looks good on him.
And this asshole blamed his kid. He said his kid hit him in the eye. Father.
So let me get this straight. Elon Musk is now throwing hands with the people he was simping for? That's weird. Must have realized that he didn't read the room. That's the problem. Musk didn't read the room. And so now he's losing money on his Teslas. He's losing money everywhere else. I mean, he gained a bunch of money by working for Trump and buying the presidency for Trump and then co-presidency with Trump for the last 100 days. Just killing all the social programs that the right loves to use, and now they're losing. But now they're all fighting. That's so weird. But I like it.
Just wasn't around with the Lex, and I said, go ahead, punch me in the face, and he did.
Now you think we're about to believe that you told your son to go ahead and punch you in the face, and that's how you got a black eye? Bitch, please. Like, the delusion. What can I say to make myself look tough and cool and avoid telling the truth about why I got a black eye? I'll be honest, I don't give a fuck how you got a black eye. I couldn't care less. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you stood up there and lied on your kid like that, like, it's wild. It's wild. Or, play devil's advocate, maybe he really did. Maybe he really did tell his son, punch me in the face. And, excuse me, that also just goes to show how fucking dumb you are. Who does that? Go ahead, son. Sock it to me. Like, I guess that's what fucking billionaires do. What? What are you teaching your kid, too? You know what I mean? To just go ahead and rock people? What? But I digress. I think he's lying. He's lying. His kid didn't fucking black his eye.
Asked about the black eye during this Oval Office press conference, and he blamed it on his kid. He said that little X.
What do you expect from him? Of course he's going to blame the child. And then he told him to do it. And the kid said, okay. Bam. Teaching your child violence? Nobody called CPS on these folks yet? You know what I mean? Now, if the shoe...
So Elon Musk was just spotted with a black eye inside the Oval Office after...
Well, look. It's hurting itself in its confusion. More.
So Elon Musk was just spotted with a black eye inside the Oval Office after...
That's our White House. People are throwing fists. And people are throwing fists in the White House. You know, it's funny. I was gonna say that they're really no better than Delta Tau Chi, but in all honesty, they're Omega Theta Pi. Just not as classy.
Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Beryl. Thank you all for those who've been able to subscribe, to repost, to comment, to share. So you've watched the video compilation that I just shared with you. Elon Musk has a black eye and it's in the Oval Office. What really happened? You've seen and you have an opinion of exactly what you think, right? What happened? So Elon Musk walked into the Oval Office with a black eye. No, this isn't the start of a conspiracy theory, guys. It actually happened. In the most powerful room in the world, he was wearing a t-shirt, a ball cap, and flanked by his toddler son. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's I don't know. Yeah, he was flanked by his toddler son. But what really happened behind the scenes? Did Elon Musk really get into a shoving match with the US Treasury Secretary? And why are some black political pundits and pop culture figures reacting with the phrase, if this was a black man? So, according to Steve Bannon, yes, that Steve Bannon, Musk shoved 62-year-old Treasury Secretary Scott Bassett after a heated argument over trillion-dollar budget cuts. Cuts Musk had promised but could deliver through the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE. DOGE. And guess what? Guess who didn't back Musk? You know who? DT. Donald Trump. Reportedly, Trump sided with Bassett. Just days later, Musk was out of his role as special government advisor. You know he left, right? Let's be real, guys. If a black tech mogul, say Jay-Z or just Robert F. Smith, rolled into the Oval Office with a black eye, rumor of drug use, and shoved a government official, would we even be debating the story, or would Fox News be demanding immediate arrest? Yeah. So black political voices have pointed out the double standard. Musk is treated like a genius with quirks, but if he were black, would he instead be labeled aggressive, unstable, or a national threat? This isn't just about Elon Musk, it's about power, privilege, and perception. Musk walked into the most sacred political space in America looking like he just stepped off a podcast with Joe Rogan, and no one stopped him. No one asked him to explain, no real consequences yet. So, what's next for Elon Musk? More chaos, a presidential bid, or just another day in the life of America's most unpredictable billionaire? Please, guys, let us know in the comment section what you think about this. And yeah, if it was a black man, like I just said, if it was, they would be questioning or even are making an arrest or something. But if it's just a normal white billionaire, you know, he appeared in the Oval Office. People have seen a black eye during a press conference. Hey, goodness. This explanation was met with like skepticism, especially in light of recent allegations concerning Musk's drug use, including substances like ketamine, ecstasy, Adderall, and mushrooms, etc. You know them. So, this controversy, the reports have emerged of a physical alteration between Musk and former Treasury Scott Bassett. And you guys know that now Trump is not on the side of Doge. Yeah, that's why Musk actually left. So, like, whatever is going on is deeper than we think. We just don't have the information. And Musk's attire during the Oval Office appearance, wearing a t-shirt and a ball cap, along with bringing his young son, has drawn a lot of criticism for perceived lack of decorum. Social media platforms including Reddit were abuzz with discussions with users expressing disapproval of Musk's behavior and questioning the professionalism of the event. That combination of physical altercation, allegation of drug use, and the unconventional behavior has actually led to widespread debate about Musk's role in the administration and his influence on political discourse. Yeah, so guys, I know it's bold, it's dramatic, and yeah, please, I really want to know what you think about this. You know, it's like Musk is going through something and he doesn't want to show, but at the same time he's showing it. He's giving us a bipolar reaction. So please let me know in the comment section what you think would happen if it was someone else, if it was a black person. Okay, guys, thank you. Subscribe. We are at 266, headed to 500 subs. Please continue subscribing. Thank you. Bye bye.